You know, in my view, I think these so-called prophets in Zimbabwe, they don't necessarily, some of them, give prophecies. Like if you look at the political situation currently in Zimbabwe, it's easy to predict what may happen within the next months or months to come, or most probably within a period of 1 year. And you can predict this and convert this into a prophecy. What the people of Zimbabwe waited for, I mean, which was a promise of, I'm going to say everything about Zimbabwe by Eubert Angel, it became a disappointment because the man analyzed politics and it was so general. Whatever he said was so general. He did not name individuals. It was a well calculated prophecy. Sometimes it gave ambiguous interpretation to the people, and that was deliberate. The young man is smart to do so, and he is doing so cunningly. And a lot of people will think this is a prophecy. No, that was nothing next to a prophecy in my view. Now the question is, why did Tungwarara take offense on the prophecy that was issued by this fellow and decided to hit him, nail him? What influenced him to do so? We will be looking at this. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Why would Tungwarara go after Eubert Angel? We know that Eubert also an ally of Emerson Mnangagwa. If you looked at that prophecy, a lot of people think it's misinterpretation to say it was a factional, specifically targeting the faction of retired General Chwenga. He made it point blank that there should be no one who actually comes against the current political established order. In simple terms, he was saying the current political status quo should not be touched. These are the words that were said by Eubert Angel. Of course, he spoke of arrest, generalized arrest, but specifically pointing at a Harare City Council that is dominated by councillors of the opposition. It may not necessarily have meant Zwikanandas. It may necessarily have meant some members of opposition who are in parliament. Most of them don't ever think they are corrupt. They are corrupt, and ZANU-PF has been documenting their corruption files. What will make some to be free and what will make some not to be arrested, it is how they aid the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa. Was he speaking about the arrest of Zwikananda? Some think so, but I don't think so. The man, in fact, if there is anything, Eubert Angel is part of Zwikanandas, in my view. If anyone claim they are Zwikanandas and those Zwikanandas actually exclude Eubert Angel, then you have lost it altogether. Eubert Angel is the most corrupt piece of a human being that have ever existed in Zimbabwe. Look at, he is involved in almost all gold corruption in Zimbabwe. That is why he was fingered on the gold mafia. And he made some confessions. By the way, if Zimbabwe at one stage gets to a point of having a clean government, a government that is after actually ushering the rule of law, then definitely individuals like Eubert Angel should be locked up, because these are criminals, is part of the criminal syndicates of Mnangagwa. But as I have always said, these criminals, they are not united. They are not one. They hate each other with a passion. They are competing against each other. But they are united at the moment by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. If you take off Mnangagwa, I can assure you there will be a lot of serious fight amongst them. I mean, Tungwarara definitely sees Eubert Angel as a threat. Likewise, Eubert Angel sees Tungwarara as a threat. There is a high possibility that he may have actually in his prophecy touched Tungwarara. Now, Tungwarara, when he was dismissing the fake prophecy of Eubert Angel, what did he say? He said, these prophets who are just surfacing now when Mnangagwa has already done the work, and also he was lying. What kind of work? That shows. He says, these prophets that are now coming, wanting to prophesy something that is already imminent, although he was lying. I need to emphasize on that. So both the prophet and Tungwarara, in terms of attacking each other, they used lies, all of them. So which makes them one. I cannot say the other one is better than the other. In my view, all are just one and the same. Birds. They are one and the same. It's criminals just pointing fingers at each other. And when I see that, I enjoy a lot because ZANU-PF has been haunting. And at the center of this is actually, the most people that I laugh at them the most, Abarakash. On social media. They were busy supporting Eubert Angel's prophecy because that prophecy of Eubert Angel was actually supporting the current political status quo in Zimbabwe. It was actually rubber stamping it, saying it should continue. That is exactly what that prophecy was absolutely saying. Eubert Angel decided to come out especially on members of the opposition. Your Jacob Mafume, he knew they cannot do anything to him. But ZANU-PF cronies, he was very, very careful not to touch them. He was highly calculative. But when it comes to ZANU-PF, to actual opposition, he was point blank. When he says Harare City Council, obviously there is a mayor there, their councillors, it's clear who is he aiming at and targeting. But within ZANU-PF, he did not name people. And also, I like what Tungwarara said, the timing of that prophecy. So he is agreeing with me that what Eubert Angel said was a factional analysis of the political events and most probably trying to make declarations of what, these prophets, they are actually very, very wise. They use the power, if you are a Christian, you know that declarations, if you declare something, there is high probability that may actually happen, especially with faith. So this is this is where their strength lies. Use that power of declarations to make declarations of what they wish will happen. But obviously, in the fullness of time, they will be exposed that they are not prophets. They are just making predictions. And they are lucky that most of the predictions they have made in the past have come to be realized. So that was not a prophecy. That was actually, he wanted to make money and at the same time, taking advantage of what is politically obtaining in Zimbabwe at the moment, and he was careful not to touch. So, was it influenced by Mnangagwa? That prophecy, to a larger extent, I think it was influenced by the desire to try and please Mnangagwa, so that these are actually people who are benefiting monetary in Zimbabwe. These people who are actually receiving, benefiting from the current status quo. So there is absolute. So what he was doing, he was trying to please Mnangagwa, just like what Tungwarara is doing. He is trying to please Mnangagwa, but all may end in tears. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Kancube Umhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast.